Breaking news from South Korea, one of America's closest allies in Asia. A short time ago, the country's president declared what he called emergency martial law. He accused the left-wing political opposition of acting against the country's democratic order and referred to pro-North Korean forces. The two sides have been at odds over a new budget. It is not clear how the announcement will change the way South Korea is run. The country has a history of military rule, but that ended decades ago. Nearly 30,000 American troops are based in South Korea. Breaking news from South Korea.
상대 원내대표 역시 국회 안에 도착한 상태고요. 더불어민주당 의회에 열려있는 도착하고 윤 대통령의 불법 행위에 대해 엄중한 책임을 물어야 한다고 강조했습니다. 조 대표는 국회 앞에서 기자들과 만났는데요. 윤 대통령의 지상 국민 여러분께 말씀드리겠습니다. 상대 원내대표 역시 국회 안에 도착한 상태고요. 더불어민주당
South Korea is in chaos right now, with the president declaring martial law today to stop his cabinet from getting impeached, with him claiming that he did this to remove pro-North Korean forces from the country and to protect the constitution. He then banned political parties, had the military surround parliament, and seize control of the news. Meanwhile, South Koreans rushed to parliament and immediately began clashing with the military, with us seeing videos of things like this woman bravely grabbing a soldier's gun, yelling, "Aren't you ashamed?" And another where this guy just got rotated. And while all of this is happening, parliament members are rushing into the building. The opposition leader climbed a fence, and the military attempted to enter the building to stop them from voting, but they were met with barricades and were attacked with fire extinguishers by staffers. And while eventually they gained access to the building, it wasn't before Parliament overturned martial law 190-0 and told them to leave. And they did. Though this notably is the military says that martial law is still in place until the president cancels it, and they are attempting to arrest the opposition leaders. And right now, it's not clear what happens next. As of recording this, it's 4 a.m. there, but the protests and crowds are only growing. And now, at the last minute, the president has agreed to cancel martial law, ending what one could describe as the worst coup attempt ever. Follow to stay in the loop. South Korea
Democracy has fallen in South Korea after their president used these baseless lies to declare martial law, and these exact same lies were used more than 40 years ago when South Korea fell into a long and brutal dictatorship. The last time South Korea declared martial law was in 1979 when Chung Do-hwan successfully carried out a coup d'etat and replaced South Korea's democracy with a military dictatorship. Chung immediately used the military to forcibly shut down all universities, ban political activity, and silence the press. A student uprising in 1980 was violently stopped by Chung, who ordered his military to use lethal force, claiming the lives of over 600 civilians. And now, South Korea looks to be headed down the same path after their current president used the same rationale that Chung did to start his brutal suppression. President Yoon Suk-yeol has been facing significant opposition from other political parties in South Korea, who have blocked most of his policies and even impeached several members of his cabinet. This resulted in a frustrated President Yeol to falsely claim that communist North Korean forces had infiltrated South Korea's government, causing Yeol to forcibly take control through martial law. Democracy is
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I begin by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakwakadash, that belongs to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, blessings, salutations to the elect that is out there pushing, laboring, believing, listening on to this truth with heart sincerity. All right, and may the blessing and election be upon your houses. All right, as you've seen in the clips that was played, right, the couple clips that I played, right, we're seeing what's going on right now in South Korea, man, right? Martial law, uproars of the people, right? Nation divided, all right? People not regarding their leaders, right? There was even one of the clips I played where you see a woman grabbing one of the soldiers' guns, the rifle at the tip of the rifle, man. You know, hey, this is all but a precursor, all right? A glimpse, a preview of what's to come to Babylon. And when this does come to Babylon, it's going to be at a far more greater scale than what we see happening now in South Korea. All right. Right. Because martial law is going to come to Babylon, America, man. And when it does, these people are going to bug out. Mind you, South Korea has strict gun laws for their citizens. All right. And Babylon, hey, right, there was even a statistic or a study that said there is more guns in Babylon than people, right? Your average Babylonian has multiple firearms, right? They got rifles, they got pistols, they got, all types of military grade weaponry, all right? You know, we even got this guy that drives by in camp, and he drives basically like a Humvee, like a military, like a truck style car, and he has on the top of it, he has the capability to put an attachment of like a 50 cal on it. And I believe one time he drove by with it on there, man. All right, but nevertheless, hey, what's happening in South Korea is nothing compared to what's about to happen in Babylon, man. And when it truly pops off in this place, man, all right, these people are gonna fight back, man. All right, these people gonna fight back, right? You're gonna have, full blown anarchy, bodies dropping, guns getting shot. It's gonna be full blown anarchy out here in Babylon, America, man. All right. There was already talks of uproars of the people during the presidential election, no matter who won. All right, and we seen what happened right last time when Trump was in office, when they raided the Capitol. All right, and what the people are doing in South Korea, they're raiding Parliament. Okay, and that nigga Trump back in office again. All right, so hey, nevertheless, right, we're seeing a precursor of what's to come, man. Right, quick warm up, an appetizer for what's about to happen in Babylon. Because hey, right now the world is not stable, man. All right, we're seeing this place collapsing and tensions rising and increasing right before our eyes. All right, I want to grab this real quick. Right, this was a definition of precursor because I always use it, but some people may not know what it means. All right, so it says precursor has multiple meanings, right? Including, I'm gonna read the highlighted points: a substance that precedes another, a person or a thing that precedes and indicates the approach of another, a sign that an attacker may be preparing to cause an incident, a device that combines evidence-based trust, pocket readiness, and hackability, a venture capital firm, right? And right here, if we go straight into the definition from the Oxford Languages, it says a person or thing that comes before another of the same kind, a forerunner, right? And if I go into the, it's not working. Let me try to refresh this so you get this loading up because I want to get some of them synonyms, right? It says a forerunner, predecessor, right? Forefather, right? Forebear, progenitor, pioneer, trailblazer, and so forth, man. All right, so what we're seeing happening in not Babylon, so like what we see happening in South Korea is truly a precursor of what's to come to Babylon, America, man. All right, because mind you, there have been a lot of uproars, all right, in various other nations throughout the four corners of the earth, man. And the average mind of Babylonian, they're not worried about that. They're not stressed about it. They don't bat an eye or blink twice at it because they are at comfort in Babylon, America. They're drunk off the Babylonian wine. They're believing the lies, the illusion, the facade that is portrayed and pushed among the masses, right? They're believing it, right? They don't worry about what's happening because, hey, to them, it's not affecting them. It's not happening here, right? Martial law is not happening here, right? And so forth, right? So these people in Babylon, they don't pay no mind to what's happening, man. But once these things comes at their front doors, then these people gonna be bugging out, man. All right, and it's coming. Okay, it is coming to Babylon, America. It is inevitable, right? It's like a wildfire that's catching throughout the world, right? And it's just a matter of time before that wildfire hits every single part of the earth, man. All right, you see a forest fire, right? It starts off in a little spot, right? You could be on the other side of the forest, but you ain't worried about that. You're like, oh man, that's already over there. It's not coming over here. And then slowly but surely, that fire's building up. It's getting closer and closer and closer till it fully engulfs the entire forest, man. All right. And, spirits, that's what's happening right now, man, right? These tensions are rising throughout these various nations throughout the four corners of the earth. You're seeing uproars. You're seeing famines. You're seeing, economic collapses. You're seeing governments being, dismantled and so forth, man. You're seeing a lot of words of my mind, but a lot of corruption and so forth, man. You see the people just uproars to the people, man. Okay. And these things are soon to happen and come to Babylon, man. It's a matter of time. Okay. But these people in Babylon, these Babylonians, they're so lost in the sauce, like I say, so gone and lost and drawn into the illusion that is Babylon, America, But nevertheless, got some precepts that came to mind, when I was, looking at what was happening. This is Matthew the 12th chapter, verse 25, and reads, And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. Right? See what happened in South Korea, right? That nation is divided, right? They're saying that some of the North Korean troops infiltrated South Korea, right? You got, their government is divided, the people is divided, that the whole place is divided. And when we look at Babylon, what do we see? This place is divided, right? You got, the bullshit Democrat versus Republican, all right? You got the Trump versus Kamala's, all right? You got the left versus the right. This place is fully divided, man, all right? And like the scripture says, a nation divided cannot stand, right? Their foundation is weak, okay? So this place is inevitable, all right, for them to fall, for this place to, truly collapse. And we're witnessing the collapse happen before our eyes day by day, hour by hour even. All right. This is Micah, the 2nd chapter, verse 10. And it reads, Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you even with a sore destruction, right? This place is not our rest. This place is not the end all be all. This wicked kingdom, all right, is not going to be prolonged for generations to generations. It's not going to be here forever, man. We're seeing the downfall of this place, man, right? That's why scripture says, arise and depart, right? Get up out of this place, man, right? Forsake the world, right? Come and serve and seek Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, okay? Because ultimately, when we see what's happening throughout the four corners of the world, and we see what's getting ready to happen in Babylon, what's to come to Babylon, that alone shows you, hey, this place don't got it, man. Right? We rather seek and serve Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Because ultimately, if you rather choose this world and then choose Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, then ultimately going to receive the judgment, all right, that's going to come into this world. And that is, a judgment of death and destruction, right? The Lord's going to unleash his wrath unto this place. And we don't want to be on that receiving end of the Lord's wrath. All right. This is 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, verse 16, and it reads, For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Hey, and that's what we seen, right? What's happening in South Korea, right? And we seen that happen in Babylon, right? When they had the whole all the people that was what do you call it, going into the capital, right, rushing into the capital, right, overtaking the capital, in other words, right, when they had the riots, when they had the protests, and so forth, man. We've seen things like that happen on a, I guess you could say, a small or a big scale. But hey, the way it is about to hit Babylon is going to be on a national scale. All right. Because we always see it in a pretty much contained environment, right? Like, oh, maybe it's only happening in this city. Maybe it's only happening in this state. Maybe it's only happening in these 3 states, But this is about to be on a national scale, to the point that every single place you go to, hey, no one's going to, regard the kings. No one's going to regard their presidents, their politicians, their police officers. It's going to be full-blown anarchy in this place, man. All right? Think of every apocalyptic movie you could think of, and times that by 1,000, man. All right, that's what it's about to be like in Babylon. Okay, this is 2nd Ezra 15 and 17, right? A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, right? Hey, and that's what's gonna be like, right? When that martial law kicks in, right? They're gonna have those curfews. Step out the crib, either getting locked up, put into a FEMA camp, or put to death, whatever punishment they have set up. All right. They're going to have those checkpoints, right? Those FEMA zones, right? And I believe they even had that when it was the whole C-19 thing was going on, right? The whole Crown Royal, right? If people were trying to go from state to state, they had like little checkpoints they had to go through in certain states, if I'm not mistaken, But, hey, that's what it's about to be like, right? Because you could go on Google and just type in the FEMA zones, right? It's going to show you all the different zones that they got for Babylon. Matter of fact, hey, I'll do it right now. Prove all things, right? FEMA zones, right? Look at that. First picture pop up. Right? First picture pop up. And this is from the FEMA. This is from their website, FEMA.gov. All right? And you see the FEMA zones, right? From the West Coast all the way to the East Coast, man. Right? There's 10 zones in total, as it looks like. Yep, 10 zones in total, right? You know, so hey, why do they do that? Why do they say, hey, we're gonna section this area off, we're gonna make this one zone, we're gonna make this one zone, we're gonna make this one zone, you know, for in the event of, you know, martial law pop off, they got, okay, we know what our zones is, we know where we're gonna send the troops out, we know where we're gonna have our checkpoints at. You know, we know what regions to control, what regions this, what region is this, what to cut off, and you know how to, you know, basically work these different zones, man. Hey, and it's about to get real in this place, man. All right, it's just a matter of time, man. A matter of time until shit truly pops off, until shit hits the fan, man. That's why we gotta seek Yahweh Bashim Al Shah, serve Yahweh Bashim Al Shah, do everything to be found pleasing in the sight of Yahweh Bashim Al Shah. Because hey, in these times we're coming into, we're gonna need divine intervention. We're gonna need that hedge of protection over us constantly, man. Because hey, if the Lord ain't have that hedge of protection over you in these times we're coming into, hey, you as good as dead out here, man, because these devils about to get ready to come down with a wrath that the world has never seen before. All right. But hey, Lord willing, this was edifying to the elect of Israel. With that being said, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, and Kwakadash, that belongs to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone Ruel. Peace, blessings, salutations to the electors out there pushing, laboring, believing, listening to this truth with our sincerity. Until next time, shalom, in the ball, Kwame Sharala, shalom.